Welcome, folks, to Jelly Fields again. Oh, he's got a candy bar. Oh man, he's so cool and stuff. Yeah, Snail Mallow, you bet. Oh man. So we need to get the hammer, because his TV is broken. I'm just kind of telling you these things because I keep skipping the text, because I've always done that when I play this game. So I'm sorry if you're really intrigued by the crappy story, then I'm sorry. But really, that's not what's important here. As you can see, the level looks very similar to the first level of the game. And I know that's what the design was. It's meant to look similar to the first level of the game, except far harder. So when I first played this level, I was like, wait a minute, do we have to play the whole level of the game, like this? Like, a much harder version of each level of the game. But, you know, a new design, but a much harder version. And that is, well, what confused me. And so it's something that, was weird. So when I saw Jelly Fields, I was like, wow. So then when I go into the level, right, and I see all this industrial stuff, I was like, holy crap. So I mean, what happened while SpongeBob was gone, like doing all these favors, is this actually like a key part of the story? And to tell you the truth, it isn't. So I don't know what they were going for here. I mean, it looks very similar to the first level. I mean, you can tell. That's why they named it Jelly Fields. But the question is why do they choose to go with this industrial theme? And why is there oil all over this Jelly Fields? I don't understand a lot of this stuff, and it's something that I wish was explained better, I guess? Because it's kind of like I came back, and I was like, what's with all this? If this is the first level, because it's the same name as the first level, then why do they do that? Or was it just a complete mistake? Was it supposed to be something different? I don't know. It's a weird deal. It's not as hard as, the previous world, this world. And the levels are longer, once again. Okay, so the key there is to do that, and then he'll spawn a bit farther back, and then it's easier to attack him. I'm not sure how exactly that works like that, but whatever. So anyway, we got the hammer. And as we can see now, as you can see, this is not actually, or we play the whole game. So that was just a really weird level. Fizz, by the way. Physics, probably. This is the industrial park. Really. I don't know why they called it Man Ray's Lair. This is good music. Very atmospheric. So as you can see, there's some really great tracks in this game. So a lot of them are weird, but I liked this one, the one that was really weird, and the one in 2-4. Those are my favorites. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention, because of how hard the Flying Dutchman was, his music is amazing. I'm pretty sure they used the same music for the final boss of the game. Which isn't anything special, by the way. Oil rig. You don't fight Man Ray. So sad, but oil rig. Same music. This level here is a hard level. It's probably the third hardest level in the game. I still think that the graveyard and the level that is after that, the one where you fight the Flying Dutchman, are the two hardest levels in the game. And because of the Flying Dutchman boss, I would have to say that the Flying Dutchman level is the hardest level. I can't remember what it's called, unfortunately, off the top of my head. The level after this is not as hard. And the level after this is the final level of the game, by the way. So it's just kind of weird that they decided to call the Underworld 4 Last Stop when there's a whole nother world after it. And I'll tell you that the last level of the game is not titled anything that sounds remotely end of game. So, I don't know. Maybe they intended to make the rock bottom area the last world of the game, but then they decided against it. I don't know. Or maybe they just relocated it for some reason. I don't know. Or maybe someone's like, this level's really hard, it should be at the end of the game, and then they're like, okay, we'll just move the worlds or something. I mean, I don't remember Climax for anything. And they were the people that made the game, so I mean, it's safe to assume that there are some things that they did that might be considered shortcuts. But I do think that, I actually am curious. I'm gonna go look them up after this, and I'll maybe provide some information somewhere in the description or something. Maybe, if I remember. I mean, after all, it took me like, I think 2 weeks after I said I was going to post a link to my Pac-Man World 2 review on one of my Super Mario Land episodes to actually put the link there. So, yeah. But, my point is that, Climax has a huge strength in polish for their games, because there's very little like bugs or flaws in their games, and I really think that's great. I think that if they had better game design, then they would be a really notable studio. And I don't know if they still exist today or not, because this game was back in like 2001, 2002. I'm pretty sure 2001. So I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna look them up. Sorry about that burp. This is a tricky jump right there. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Ah. I hate that feeling when you feel like you're gonna sneeze and then you never do. I hate that so much. Completely irrelevant, but I swear I hate it so much. Yeah. Over here's another extra life. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to rack up lives, but you're not going to get anywhere like 99 or anything. There's just not that many extra ways to get extra lives in the game. So there's that. Canning Factory, the last level of the game. Wumpt. So here's my question. If they had that one level gimmick where you had the water thing, right? In Sandy's Tree Dome, why did they use that in this level? And then they would make that the final level World 4 or something. And make this World 4, right? And then make the last stop World 5. So it's not like this boss in this level is very memorable, because he isn't. So I don't know. I just think they could have done that and it would have been really cool. But nope. Instead we get this helmet with water in it. And yes, it's true to SpongeBob and stuff, but if you had a gimmick that was talking about SpongeBob needing water, why give him the cheap helmet when you could reuse that gimmick? Once again, it's well polished, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Also, this music is really weird. Weird to the point of like weird. This level isn't hard at all, really, in my opinion. Like, sometimes there's a lot going on, but that was really easy. I made it in one try. Also, I have no clue who this guy is. I have absolutely no clue who this guy is. The Flying Dutchman was at least a memorable boss. All the other bosses in the game, you didn't know what they are. And so why you make this the final boss of the game? He isn't even as hard. Actually, he is pretty hard. I do have to give him some credit. And I should have jumped over the sandwich thing again. But he really isn't that hard. Like, I'm gonna kill him without even needing the sandwich. Probably, anyway. Yep. And that is SpongeBob Super Sponge for you. He needs a TV fixed. SpongeBob, you earn this. Patrick is lucky to have a friend like you. And now we get a beautiful party with tons of balloons. Yay! I don't recall Plankton being one of Patrick's friends. So happy. So there you go. That is the game. There's a kid named Derek Poon that I know. That's weird. So, that was SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge. You know, pretty neat game. I like it. It's a game I like to run through every now and then. Takes less than an hour to get through, so, you know, just a fun game. Just a quick pickup, I would say. If you still have your Game Boy Advance, I would pick it up. Probably only goes out for like $10 nowadays. Then again, it might go out for more because it's a Game Boy Advance game. It's pretty rare. I don't know. Or you could just download the emulator and play it. I don't care. It's just a very well polished game, I think, and I think that's what's cool about it. So anyway, as per usual, I'm gonna give my shout outs here. So, jeez, the thing is that I don't know anyone's covered a SpongeBob game really before. Like, I've seen some LPs of the game, but I've never SpongeBob games, but I've never really watched any of them. So I don't know who really to thank for this one. Well, let's just say I thank Steve Hillenburg for creating one of the best cartoon shows ever to exist, and I'll thank some of the, you know, the traditional guys like, you know, Sample Man, Nintendo Capri Sun, Super Genius, Ringtail Randall, Lucky 70X. Yeah. And of course, SpongeBob. Of course, Squidward being crushed by the logo. Yeah, Squidward. Yeah, Squidward. Yeah, Squidward. SpongeBob. It's supposed to be unfair, not funfair. This funfair? Where? At the Krusty Krab! Hey everybody! Yeah, there's a fun fair! Oh! The ground pound is actually a ground pound! I never knew that! I've never seen a demo. I never knew this game even had a demo like that, because I've just kind of breezed through it and then turned it off. The ground pound actually ground pounds! I never knew that. Well, there, you learn something new every day. I don't see how that could be useful in a lot of areas, though. I really don't. It's well polished, I guess. I just kind of wish that it looked a bit more like a ground pound, I guess. Looks more like a stupid thing. I don't know. So anyway, that was this game. Hope you enjoyed it. I plan on covering another SpongeBob game in the future, notably Battle for Bikini Bottom. I do plan on covering that game at some point. There's another SpongeBob game I might have an interest in. That would be Creature from the Krusty Krab. That game is weird, I swear. So those two games might be stuff that I might cover in the future at some point. I don't think I will for a while, though. I've got some other games I really have more interest in. LPing, anyway. So, I'll see you in the next video of sorts, folks. I'm MML. Until then.